Hey, what's happening? Jeff Bush here, coming at you with another beat of the week. Today, we're digging into this cool groove. Probably a little bit different than stylistically, I should say, than I've kind of been doing so far. Um, I mostly have been talking about a lot of the organ quartet stuff I do, but I also work with a blues band, which is super fun. We do a couple things around the area. And the tune I'm going to be kind of looking at today is our kind of, half amusing version of Crossroads. Crossroads, yeah. Little Clapton coming at you. So it's funny. So I play in this blues band, but I also work with another artist who does this tune, and they're completely opposite ends of the spectrum from a tempo standpoint and feel standpoint. So that other artist I work with, my dude Tommy Froelich, give a shout out to him. He plays it nice and slow and groovy and pretty greasy, which is awesome and it's super fun. But this blues band that I work with, we go totally the other way with it, play it, way too fast, and kind of have a good time with it. So from a stylistic standpoint, it's like a blues rock tune. So when we kind of started doing this thing, and the sax player Biff, he kind of started this whole let's ramp it up and play it super fast kind of thing. So I kind of took here. I'll show you on the page here. So if you look at it, it kind of just looks like a snare drum part, which is really all it is. So it's basically a train beat that I've kind of inserted a little groove element into. So you can see I'm giving that backbeat on the 2, or I guess we should call it the and, 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and 4 E. Then we go into the counts and just gives it like this cool, like funky offset. And we do it super fast. So it gets crazy, it gets fun, and we dig it. So let's break it down. It should be a fairly easy breakdown. Looking at the feet, you're really just seeing, we're keeping time. So we got our kick and hi-hat, keeping time. Easy enough, as I always say. And that's, that just kind of keeps that pulse because it's pretty notey since we're playing all the 16th notes. It's pretty notey. We don't want much interference from the bass drum or hi-hat part, so that's just laying down that steadiness and just helps, that bass drum as always keeps that drive going and keeps things moving along. Now, the fun part is the snare drum part. There's some important details here, so you can see it. There's accented notes and then there's unaccented notes. I'm not gonna refer to these as ghosties because of the way the pattern is. We just have 2 levels here, our accents and non-accents. So that's kind of how I'm going to refer to it. So when you're building this, and again, we're going to start it down tempo as per usual, and we're going to build it getting the stick control first of those unaccented 16th notes, and then we'll start to add the accent pattern in and go from there. So let's start, we're 100 BPM, and let's just check it out. I'm just going to play the feet and work on the unaccented snare drum control here. That's it. There it is. So it's something you'll want to, like for me, I like to spend time if I'm working on, technique and levels and things like that. I'll spend some time. I'll just put the click on. I'll select a metronome marking, starts on the slower side, and just sit and get that feel in my hands of how those inner beats or how those unaccented notes feel and sound. You just want to make sure you're getting quality of sound out of the drum as well. Now, let's go ahead and add our accent pattern at the slower tempo and just making sure that we're really paying attention to those levels and getting that nice feel out of it. And now all the accented notes, I'm going for rim shots as well. So it's a texture as well as a volume. Okay, everyone always thinks of rim shots. Oh, rim shots are just loud. No, it's a different timbre. So it's your rim shots. You can play at varying levels dynamically. But it's getting that deeper, wider sound that you want to make the choice to use a rim shot versus just a regular accent. So here we go, 100 BPM, all of it put together. See, this one's going to go quick. And that's all there is to it. I mean, that's the whole pattern. So you can kind of hear, the rim shots at the beginning weren't super consistent, but then I found my feel and where my hands should sit and kind of cleared that up. But that's one thing. Again, it's something to work on, being able to find that rim shot sound as quickly as possible, and be accurate with the way those rim shots sit. It's a little bit easier if I played match grip. Traditional grip does have its challenges in that respect, but that's just how I play. This is how I've always played. So to switch at this point in my life would take too much, time, and I don't have a lot of time. So I try to just maximize what I got and continue to progress from there. At any rate, we want to make sure we're consistent with our sound. And, it's all about the inner beats, making those unaccented notes be really clear and have that movement and accuracy to it. So let's go ahead and let's start bumping the tempo up, and you'll kind of see how this progresses here. So here's 120 BPM. Pretty smooth, not bad, not bad. Now we keep things moving. So like I said, we kind of take this to a bit of a ridiculous tempo because it's, we do it for fun. It's, we're not being serious. We're enjoying, going for it and seeing what happens. I'm going to keep rolling. We're not quite there yet, but let's go to 140. Get things moving. Now that we're starting to touch on quicker tempos, it's extremely important and necessary to not let your hands get tense. The faster you go, the more relaxed you need to feel in your hands, or you're just going to get in your own way. If you start squeezing and trying to force the sticks in there, you're not letting science, we like science, and gravity and all those things work for you. So, the faster we get here, the more relaxed we want to be. Make sure we have good posture. We're breathing. Don't hold your breath either, because that creates tension. Just stay relaxed, and you'll be able to start pushing tempos a little bit more. So here we go, 140. Pretty cool. Now see how it's got that train beat feel happening, but it's also got a little groove to it because we're kicking off those E and L counts in the left hand, off the left hand accents. So just gonna mix it. It just gives it a little extra flavor. I like a little extra flavor every now and again. So let's keep on rolling. So we ended up, we've never talked about it, but I started looking at the metronome, and I think we had up around 156-ish. So I'm going to go to 156 now and see how we do. And there's 156. So you can kind of see I'm just trying to stay relaxed and let, the rebound do some of the work to help, propel my hands. Again, paying really good attention, really close attention, I should say, to the unaccented notes. So again, if you're working through this, I would suggest as you start to push tempo, just put the metronome on and play those unaccented notes. So here's what that would be like. And just get that consistency and that feel into your hands so that your hands understand how to stay relaxed, especially at that controlled level like that. And then you can kind of move around with it. Now, as per usual, in all of the beats of the weeks, I want to improvise around this. I don't want to, again, we create our framework, but as a drummer, you don't want to just be locked into playing beats. You want to contribute to the music that's happening around you. So let's go ahead and improvise with this and just kind of see what happens. So it just frees you up you can change the accent pattern. You can move, around the drums a little bit and create some different soundscapes, if you will, and we shall. And you just got to see what happens. So let's check it out. So we're at tempo. And I'm going to sit on the beat for a little bit and then move it around, just kind of improvise, and off we go. And there it is. So you can kind of just get some flavor, just feel it out, see what happens. Again, it's improvising is a little bit simpler for me, from my standpoint, when the rest of the band is involved, and I can hear what the solos are doing, what the other rhythm instruments are doing, and I can grab some ideas from there and try to enhance what's happening. But you get the idea. So mess with that. Again, it's stay relaxed. Find your inner beats, your unaccented notes, consistent rim shot / accent sounds. Really good time. Use the click, spend time on it and see what happens. Easy enough. So check it out. Please do all the YouTube things, as we always say. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I do recommend the rest of there's a playlist that I've set up. It has all the beats of the week. I've got some drum cover stuff happening, so you can check out that playlist. I try to keep it organized on the page, so you can just kind of go from playlist to playlist and check some things out and see what you like. But that's all I got. Thanks again for hanging out. I hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you on the next one.